We've got 6 aircrafts, 5 fixed-wing aircrafts and 1 helicopter. And we charter all these in the market for anyone who requires to go from point A to point B. The market has increased a lot. We are doing a lot of medical evacuation also. This is the first time we've participated at the event here at the Hyderabad Air Show, and we are getting very good response. We buy an aircraft based on what the market requirement is, and then we charter it. So anybody who wants to fly on a private aircraft will hire our aircraft and use it for their requirements, and it comes back to base. All our aircrafts are flying from Delhi. Usually it goes by word of mouth. Through the website, people call us up. Mostly it's calling. Maximum number of business comes from phone calls. Business in the last 2 years hasn't picked up as much, but overall if you look at the charter industry in the last 5 years, there's been a lot of increase. Present market I hope should improve. In the next few months we are looking at the market picking up well. General aviation itself has been a very growing industry. There's a lot of awareness now. People are understanding the importance of connectivity, the last mile connectivity, where you don't find airlines operating. That is where the private charters come into use. I think the government should give some facilities and make the cost of operating private aircrafts easier. Normally people consider that private aircrafts is all about luxury and very expensive. It's not always like that. It is about lack of connectivity. So people are taking private aircrafts because it is a necessity and not a luxury. Some industry, most of the industrial units are in far off, in the interiors, and they are not connected by air. If you have to have an engineering team do a survey of a plant, they might have to travel by train and by road for 10 to 20 hours. And it becomes difficult, and not only difficult, it is not economical. So they would rather take a small private aircraft and fly to their destination, do their work and be back on the same day. See, the sector, because we are based out of Delhi, covers mostly north and central India. We operate all of India. We also do international flying, but most of the business is domestic. I would say 90% of our business is domestic flying. Majorly the cost of operations which has gone up. So we're looking at the government probably look at private operators more of a necessity than luxury, and look at the costs and give us some breathing space. No, in private operators you don't have foreign investors. There are big corporate houses in India who have big businesses. They have private aircraft movement requirements. They have plants, so they buy aircrafts. There are companies who have multiple industries like hotels, road transport. They are expanding into air travel also. So this is more of companies in India who are buying aircrafts. I think there is no problem. It's just that aviation in India is now it started growing. So hopefully in the next 5 to 10 years, we see it growing much faster than any other economy in the world. It affects everybody globally. Fuel prices go up for everybody. Of course, that's because the fuel is the biggest expense in the aviation sector. So of course, the fuel prices affect us. We are realizing that a lot of people are very aware about aircrafts. We had not anticipated the general public to be so aware about kinds of aircrafts and where they fly, and they have a lot of questions to ask about how we operate, how we maintain. So a lot of awareness. We did a lot of brand building. So that is very beneficial to the company. Hopefully, yes. See, business is not just about revenue. It is also about people recognizing a company, recognizing a brand, and we are looking at marketing ourselves so that the public is able to recall that if there is a private charter requirement, there is a company by the name of Saraya. We've got a lot of networking. Inquiries will happen only when we follow up. A lot of interest, a lot of curiosity. Let's see how much it converts into business. Only time can tell. I think this is the only show in India which focuses on general aviation. So it's a very good platform for all private aircraft operators. The industry has, I think it's gone through the worst time. Now the road is only going to go up. The way is forward, and there's growth now. We're looking forward to a good business potential.